Greetings, dot watchers. It's June and a bald man is shouting into a camera in a field just outside the village of Edale. That can only possibly mean one thing. Over the next 8 days, we have another spine race event ahead of us. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the Montane Summer Spine Races 2024. Now, seeing as this particular set of races has the word summer in the names, you'd be forgiven for thinking that what you're going to see over the next week or so is blue skies, sunshine, warm, dry conditions. However, for the sake of the international dot watchers out there watching this, British summertime does not work quite that way. I'm out here in my raincoat for a reason. This is a very, very rare break in the squalling rain showers that we've been having on and off all day today. And the forecasts are telling us it's going to be the same conditions over the coming days. Similar to last year, that means periods where it is warm, it appears dry, but it's actually incredibly humid, and other times where we're just into winter conditions. We have more runners in this year's Montane Summer Spine Races than ever before, and we also have more races. That means things might get a bit congested on social media, you might find things a little confusing on the tracker here and there, so I thought I'd better prepare a bit of a guide for you. Let me talk you through what you're going to see over the coming days. So, racing begins tomorrow morning, Saturday the 15th of June at 8 AM with the Montane Summer Spine Challenger South. Just 30 minutes later, you'll see the start of the MRT Challenge South. Same race in essence, but only open to members of Montane rescue teams. This is a bit of a thank you to them. They are heavily discounted places. It's a thank you and it's a platform for them to fundraise. So please have a look at the runners in that event, see if you can find the links to the Montane rescue teams that they support voluntarily. They've got to get from Edale to Hardraw. That is 108 miles of hard trail. There's only one full checkpoint between them and the finish line. That's at Hebden Hayes Scout Centre. They've got 24 hours to get there. There's a monitoring station at Montane Field Centre, so some of our safety team will be there. There'll be medics, there'll be water, but then they've got to get themselves up to Hardraw before that 60-hour cutoff, which is 8 PM on Monday the 17th if they are running in the Challenger South, and if they're in the MRT Challenge South, they've got until 8:30, so just 30 minutes more. Then at midday, you'll see the start of the Montane Summer Spine Sprint. They'll have the afternoon, they'll have daylight up until 10, 11 PM, but then they've got to run through the night, aiming to get to Hebden Bridge before 6 AM on Sunday. Then on Sunday at 8 AM, 16th of June, the big race begins. The monster, the full 268-mile length of the Pennine Way, the Montane Summer Spine Race 2024. And there it is. Look at that route. A number of national parks, crossing a boundary from England into Scotland over the course of that monster Pennine Way National Trail. They're going to see some beautiful sights along the way. There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows. It looks like there's going to be rain. Now, they have a few checkpoints out there, but they are spread pretty far apart. Firstly, they'll have to get to Hebden Hayes Scout Centre within 24 hours. They've then got that same monitoring station at Montane. They've then got 60 hours to get themselves up to Hardraw. Then it's Middleton, Alston, famed for its lasagna, Bellingham, don't pronounce it Bellingham, another monitoring station in Burness. There are the 2 refuge huts up in the Cheviot Hills. They're not full checkpoints, they really are tiny little refuge cabins with a couple of our safety team members in and some medics waiting to see those tired runners and make sure they get through the Cheviots down to Kirk Yetton and the Border Hotel, the official end of the Pennine Way, the official end of the Montane Summer Spine Race. And they need to get there within 156 hours, so before 8 PM on Saturday the 22nd. And then, way up in Hardraw, 108 miles further up the course, where the Challenger South finishes, the northern races begin. Monday morning, 17th of June at 8 AM, you'll see the runners in the Montane Summer Spine Challenger North head out to cover the last 160 miles of the Pennine Way. They'll be accompanied by the runners in the MRT Challenge North, who are setting off at the same time. And those in the northern races, as I said, they are starting where the Challenger South races finish in Hardraw. They'll then head up to Middleton. They've got 18 hours to get there. They've got a lasagna stop at Alston, which they need to get to within 44 hours. Then they're on to Bellingham, the monitoring station at Burness, the huts in the Cheviot Hills, and then hopefully within 90 hours before 2 a.m. on Friday the 21st, they will make it all the way to the Border Hotel, where we will be waiting for them. Now, before all the real chaos begins and things get very, very busy here, I'm going to quickly give you a tour of what the runners arriving here in Edale are going through over the next day or two as they register, attend race briefings, and have their kit meticulously checked so that we know that they have the best possible chance of taking good care of themselves out there on the course. So here in the marquee, just off the start line, you'll find Assistant Race Director Kevin McCann giving a thorough briefing to all of the runners. And this is thorough. They'll be in here for a good while. That is a lengthy PowerPoint presentation, but it is all absolutely essential stuff. This is a very long course. These runners are absolutely self-sufficient, and we have to make sure they are thoroughly briefed before we set them loose. Now you're going to quickly accompany me across the car park, and I'm going to take you to the Village Hall. Now here, just outside, this is the first obstacle our runners have got to get through. This is the kit check, where you'll find Lindley Chambers and his team picking apart everything that our runners have brought with them and making sure they've got what they need. And then we'll quickly wander in. Here are the registration team. They're ready to give everybody their race numbers, take personal details, and this is it. Once you're through there, you get your photo taken here, ready to go onto the tracking system. Your drop bag goes with the team just here over in the corner, and then out of the Village Hall you go. And that's it. The runners are ready. Just over my shoulder behind me, this is the beginning of the Pennine Way. They go under those trees, it'll be dark under there for a little while, and once they burst out into the light at the other end, it's game on. Up to 268 miles of racing ahead of them. Now, of course, we've got Ryan and Chelsea from Outpost 9 back here again doing the amazing cinematic daily update videos. They'll be going out on YouTube every evening and shared across our social media. You'll also be able to get regular updates from the platoon of exceptional adventure photographers that we're going to have out there on the course, jumping out from behind hedges to grab photos of these runners as they make their way along the Pennine Way. You'll find those on our Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. If you are over there on Instagram, keep a lookout for stories. We've got Dean Reed, check out his YouTube channel. He's usually working behind the scenes as part of the race organisation. This time he's going to be carrying a camera himself and talking to some of our regular volunteers, some of the runners as they pass through the checkpoints and giving you some of that excellent behind the scenes stuff. We're also going to have some updates there from Raj Mahapatra. This is not his first time in the full summer spine race, and this time he's going to be showing you that race from the inside. And there you go. That is everything you need to know in order to get the most out of following this race over the next 8 days. I hope you're as excited as I am. I'm not sure you could be, but try. I hope you're as excited as I am for what we're going to see out there on the Pennine Way. Stick with us. Keep following those dots. The action begins at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning.